Welcome to another edition of Rust Rants, where I come on and go off about, well, whatever's honking me off today. So are the Tampa Bay Rays going to be another victim of get woke, go broke? No, maybe, because this story I have comes from Outkick, where Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has vetoed $35 million that was set to go to the Tampa Bay Rays for a new spring training facility. Wow. So, what does the governor, who by all accounts happens to be a very big baseball fan, in fact, like a lot of guys around my age, back when we were kids, we amassed a huge baseball card collection, and well, apparently Governor DeSantis also has a collection of tons and tons of baseball cards. But what does he have against the Tampa Bay Rays? Well, Governor DeSantis has already shown that he is not going to be a friend of companies that go woke. In fact, he's already shown this by approving legislation to get rid of Disney's special privileges for its park in Orlando. Basically, it has Disney operating almost as their own government down there. And this comes in the wake of Disney publicly opposing a piece of Florida legislation that basically grants parents more rights when it comes to the education of their children. And that is the bill that has been erroneously called the Don't Say Gay bill. So the Rays have engaged in what Outkick's Clay Travis calls a woke-off, where, according to him, they politicized the tragic mass shooting that took place in Uvalde, Texas. Now, back on May 26th, the Rays issued this tweet. The Tampa Bay Rays are mourning these heartbreaking tragedies that took the lives of innocent children and adults. This goes to the Uvalde shooting and also the Buffalo shooting. And the tweet goes on to say from the Rays, "This cannot become normal. We cannot become numb. We cannot look the other way. We all know if nothing changes, nothing changes. The Rays organization stands committed to actionable change and has made a $50,000 commitment to Everytown for Gun Safety's support fund. Everytown is the largest gun violence prevention organization in America. Rather than our usual game coverage on social media tonight, we've partnered with Everytown to amplify facts about gun violence in America. We understand that no single organization can solve this crisis alone, but working together, we can make an impact. We invite you to join us and do what you can, when you can, where you can, because our lives depend on it." And that is what they did on May 26th. Instead of posting updates about their game with the Yankees, all it was stories and stats about gun violence in the U.S. And I went through some of those tweets, and the interesting thing was I did not see a single tweet on there that talked about how many lives were saved on a yearly basis because someone used a gun to protect them or to protect other innocent people. I also did not see anything that would show you, that would help you learn about gun safety or the safe storage of guns. Go to a site where you can learn that. Neither of those things were part of those Twitter posts from the Tampa Bay Rays on that night. But of course, if they put them up there, well, then that would go against the narrative, wouldn't it? So, to me, if the Rays wanted to do something useful in this realm, I wouldn't have a problem if, say, they set up some kind of donation fund to help the families of those affected by the Uvalde tragedy, the Uvalde shooting. I don't think anyone would have a problem with that, but instead they decided to go down a more divisive route. And of course, the whole pro-anti-gun thing is about as divisive as you can get. And it seems Governor Ron DeSantis decided to take action on that. Now, what are my thoughts on his decision to veto this $35 million designated for the Tampa Bay Rays new spring training facility? Well, on one hand, I don't like to see the government punish a private business simply for their political beliefs, whether I agree with them or not, because that can only start a trend that I don't want to see. But on the other hand, I don't mind at all seeing some of these woke companies get their just desserts. But I think in some cases it goes beyond this tweet and all these other tweets that the Rays put out. because I think one of the bigger issues is, should the government be giving $35 million to a private business to fund a spring training facility or any other facilities? And I think that's one of the big issues that a lot of Florida politicians had over this. And the government did not say that the Rays can't build their new facility. Basically, Governor Disantis just said, yo, you can build it if you want, but you ain't getting 1 cent of Florida taxpayer money for it. And now, would DeSantis have approved this $35 million if the Rays didn't go on this tweet binge about gun violence? I don't know. You can say, well, it's coincidence that a week after this comes out, DeSantis vetoes the $35 million, but who knows? But as I said, if the Rays want to support gun control issues, then they can do it on their own time and their own dime, like any other American can do. But when you're playing ball, play ball and appeal to your broader audience, not just one segment of it. And if you want to get political, like I said, do it when you're not playing a game. All right, well, now a word from our sponsor. Does your toilet have rings that always need cleaning? Do you have hard water spots on your shower doors, calcium buildup on your faucets? Just imagine what all of that is doing to the inside of your washing machine, dishwasher, refrigerator, your hot water heater. What about the pipes inside of your body? Buy a filter or be a filter. You can have clean, mineral-rich water without the buildup of unwanted toxins in your body and throughout your whole home. Call Vicki Johnston today at H2O Health and Water Solutions, 928-899-7504, or stop in and see her at the Prescott Gateway Mall. That's going to do it for another edition of Rust Rants, folks. Be sure to like, share, follow, and subscribe to all of KYCA's social media, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram. Check us out at kyca.info. Leave a comment on this video. We want to hear what you think, and I'll see you next time.